said I'd start doing this, so I'm going to get started, and I hope everyone doesn't mind. Just going to start sharing things about life, about habits, daily habits, mindset. Might talk a little bit about diet and nutrition, hydration. I'm going to start talking about yoga quite a bit, and resistance training as opposed to just doing weights and things. I'm finding a nice balance between everything, so you're still benefiting yourself. And yeah, talking about maybe cardio and circuit training. And meditation. I'll always talk about meditation, but I was thinking today I was going to start by just talking about self-discipline. There's a few things that self-discipline will greatly benefit. That's one of the reasons why I want to talk about it. But in essence, keeping a discipline, it could be something simple, it could be something a bit harder to actually maintain. But just the ability to keep a discipline is a phenomenal trait to have, because once you've mastered discipline for yourself, not mastered, but once you've practiced discipline with yourself with some things, like for me, the hardest thing and the main thing I've disciplined myself with is fasting. So for those of you who don't know what fasting is, it's limiting what you're putting into your body. So a water fast, you're only putting water in your body for a specific period of time. It might be that you do it, what people would consider a fast is stopping eating, and the time that you're not eating for and not ingesting anything until the time that you do start eating again, that's the period that you fast. So a common one is to just do 24 hours, which is what I try and do that once every fortnight, but in reality I do it like once a month, but in my mind I'm saying to myself, come on, you can do this once every couple of weeks. And so yeah, fasting itself, it's got so many amazing benefits. Obviously there's the whole physical side of it, where you're dropping weight and you detox a bit, or you know what happens when you're detoxing, you're getting rid of all the stuff that's stuck in you that hasn't really got any energy. You've got no energy to use to move it, because all your energy is directed towards digesting food and all the other stuff we're eating. And basically once you've begun a fast, you instantly, especially if you're not at a good level with your health, you start to feel it straight away, and that's the headaches, the cravings. Like, when you can't eat for a few hours because it's like, oh, I need to eat. It's like it's an addiction. You don't actually need to eat constantly. We're just bred to be that way. And once you can discipline yourself to not have to eat all the time, you start to find it very easy to add other disciplines into your life. So I recommend fasting to everyone, but I'd probably recommend fasting as being one of the first ports of call when you're trying to change your life. Fast before you do a change, resets everything, resets your mind, and that's what I wanted to talk about mainly, is what it does for your mind when you fast. So for me, I think most people who know me understand that I'm into the things like meditation, and I'm into like breathing exercises as well, especially Wim Hof breathing. But what I've found is, obviously as you progress with meditation from day 1 to say day 50 is far more profound than when you started on day 1. Day 1, you're happy that you just sort of felt switched off for like 10 seconds out of the whole 10 minutes you were sitting or lying there, which is amazing that you can experience that for just 10 seconds. But as you progress, you start to experience it for longer, and it starts to really chill you out and calm you down. But anyway, once you've fasted, you get like sensations inside your body. I describe it as if, like when you've had pins and needles because you've sat on your hand for you're asleep on your hand or whatever, and you get pins and needles, where it's like it's a mixture of a fuzziness, but there's like a little bit of a twingy pain to it. Well, with fasting, it's the fuzziness but without the twingy pain. So when you fast for long enough, you start to feel the energy that's what I call it. It's the energy inside your body, which is always there, it's always present. It's just you can't fully appreciate it, because all your energy is directed towards digesting food, mainly because it does take up. We burn a lot of energy just from digesting food itself. So for me then, because I'm feeling that bubbling sensation, and then I go into a meditation or I go into Wim Hof breathing. Wim Hof breathing's insane. I'll just show you one quick breath, if I can do it here on the motorway. This is how you do a Wim Hof breath. It's in through the mouth and out through the mouth, and you're sucking in as much air as possible, and then on the breath out you're not really focused on forcing it all out, you're just allowing it to escape. So I'll just do 2 breaths so you can see what the cycle looks like in it. Excuse me. So you can see it's a bit mad, looks a bit crazy, and you certainly can't do it like that on your first ever go, but you start to get better and better at it until you can eventually do it to the full extent. What you do is 30 breaths in and out, and then on the final exhale, so the air's left your body, you then seal your lips, you just hold your breath for as long as possible. What you find is, when you do your Wim Hof breathing, after a week, say the first day, the average person maybe holds the breath when they're really focused for like a minute and a half, unless they're like some kind of amazing athlete and they swim or something like that. So for me, it was a minute, and I think it was a minute and 6 seconds I done on my first go, and I got it up after 3 weeks to 3 minutes 20 something seconds, 28 seconds or something like that on an exhale. So that's when your body's got no air in it. But what you're doing by doing Wim Hof breathing is you're oxygenating your body, you're alkalizing and oxygenating your cells. That's what he says anyway, Wim Hof. You'll have to look into him, he's brilliant. He holds a ton of world records for enduring long periods of time holding his breath and doing specific cold, goes through experiences in the cold, like it might be he's in a big box and it's filled with ice, or he has to swim under ice for the furthest distance, like in the Arctic Circle. He's done all kinds of mad shit, and I think he holds over 20 world records. But look into him. He climbed Mount Everest in a pair of shorts. He's a nutter, but he does what he does because he can do it because of his breathing techniques and his cold therapies. He has control of his endocrine system, which is releasing all the hormones in his body. So basically he controls his mood. He has control of his immune system, so he can send his immune system somewhere to kill off an infection or a virus or whatever's in his body. And he can also control his body temperature, which I think he gets from the cold exposure. So that means no matter what temperature he's in, he's feeling his body heat rather than the external temperature. So he doesn't it doesn't ruin him basically. But yeah, I'm going off track there. I knew this had happened. I've got too much to share. It's a nightmare trying to figure it all out and put it concisely, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. So yeah, back to what I was saying about fasting. So when you fast, you feel electric, is how I describe it. Oh, not straight away, but maybe 24 hours, 48 hours, and if you go a bit further, if you're doing 48 hours or more, you're definitely going to feel it. And all you're doing is drinking water. So your body's not having to really, the inside of your body's not having to do anything. It's just working on flush. It's just flushing constantly, sweating, flushing, and you might feel like minor headaches in your mind where it's relieving toxins from your neurotoxins from your brain. It gives you a lot more clarity for certain. I notice things like this because I've gone through different developments in my own journey where I've saw things a certain. Yeah, just had to edit this video back into the first one because a really good friend of mine decided to call me and interrupt the video I was just recording, so apologies. But I think I was saying something along the lines of I've gone through certain developments in my life where I've started to see things in a different way, let's say. So I hold a certain belief or a certain perception of the world, and then boom, something happens and I see it differently. So I've gone through quite a few of these sort of revelations, and the clarity with which you see things once you've fasted and then you do a meditation or a breathing exercise to really center you and bring you to the present moment is far beyond any other time I've done it. Like, people get these experiences of like, wow, when you take psychedelic drugs, you know, but they've taken a psychedelic drug to get that experience, whereas I'm saying you can get those, not the exact same visual and the same, you know, experience, but you get the same perception of what the hell it is going on in life when you've done a fast and you experience deep meditation. So I just wanted to touch on that, but obviously the purpose of the video, I just want to bring it back to what the purpose of the video is, and that's daily discipline, or daily discipline. And why I've talked about fasting is because it's being disciplined with fasting itself has given me the ability to know that I can do anything, because I've stopped eating food. I'm a champion because I stopped eating food. It's the hardest thing to stop. So once you've done it, you know all the benefits of it. So once you've done it, you start to believe that you can discipline yourself with other things. Like, you know, there's a diet you want to do, so you discipline yourself to do the diet. Now, I don't recommend diets, but you understand where I'm going with it. So like, you get yourself into a new regime of doing a specific exercise. Like, you might go to yoga 4 times a week, you're disciplined, you go, you do it. Now, everyone's got the ability to do all this stuff, but we just don't sort of have a lot of belief in ourselves that we can do it, because there's pressure from work and there's pressure from, you know, what you've got to do in the home. You know, you've got your chores, you got to look after the kids or whatever, which I appreciate. So once you've garnered the ability of, oh well, I can do a water fast, then that's the ultimate discipline. So once you've gauged that, you can then put yourself through any kind of morning routine you want to do. Like, recently, what I've started to do, which I'm finding great benefit from, is getting up at 5 in the morning. So I've got no reason to get up at 5 in the morning. I don't have to go to work at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whatever. You know, I don't do that. So why do I get up at 5? Well, I get up at 5 because I get loads of my stuff done if I get up at 5. So the house is quiet, there's no one's up till at least 6 in the house. So I've got an hour from when I've woken up where, because I've disciplined myself to get up at 5, all these other things have started to happen every single day without fail. Obviously the main one, meditation. The first thing I do when I wake up, I go and rinse my face, maybe go to the toilet, and then come back into my room, sit on my cushion on the floor, nice straight back, and then I meditate for at least 10 minutes, but up to like half an hour, and I can sit there comfortably now doing that. Never used to be able to do that, not for that long, not with a straight back, but I can do it now. So that's because I've stayed disciplined with it, and I've done the same thing. I've practiced it day in, day out. So meditation is one of my disciplines that have come out of me doing a discipline of getting up at 5 in the morning. The second thing I do after meditation is I do my visualisation for what my 90-day goal is, whatever that is at the time. I won't go into that right now because that's a whole other story. I write out my affirmations, again, that's another story for another video. And I do my journaling. Now, my journaling is something that I'll be talking about heavily when I get to that video to talk about journaling, because it's done more for me than anything else as far as I'm concerned. Because it makes you accountable, but again, I'm going off on a tangent, so I won't go into that. But these are some of my daily disciplines that I do. So up at 5 in the morning, and because I do that, my other disciplines have become easier because I've got all this time. No one's even up. You know, I can't go out the house and go and do something. And what it has a knock-on effect with is it prompts you to go to bed earlier, because I know I always want at least 5 hours, maybe 6 at least. So because of that, I'm always in bed for 11 at the latest, but hopefully 10. And don't get me wrong, there's the days where I don't get to bed early enough and I don't get up at 5, but it's no biggie. But the discipline is that I'm doing it the majority of the time, and it's not that, oh, I skipped it this day, and then I fall into a trap of like not doing it again because I missed it on one day. It's like, bring yourself back to when you made the decision to do it, to have the discipline. Remind yourself of the reason why you want to do it. You know, whatever it is, you're getting up at 5, I'm getting up at 5 because I know that I can get all this stuff done, and then I can crack on with my work, which I do from home. From like 7 at the latest is when I start, 7 in the morning. And I've already done things like I've exercised, I've meditated, and I've filled in my journal and done my affirmations and done my visualization. So, because I've done all that stuff, it's not eating into my day. It's just so good. But that's what the purpose of the video is anyway, is talking about daily discipline, and just having that focus and that mindset to do certain things. So identify what it is. Maybe there's something in your life that you're like, I need to do that. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. I'd say one thing for most people, whether you've tried it yet or not, is meditation. Just give it a little go if you haven't done it before, and if you need to, reach out to me. It's no skin off my nose to send you a guided meditation video that I recommend off YouTube or something like that. There's thousands, I was say hundreds, then there's absolutely thousands of videos on YouTube teaching you a massive range of things. Meditation is just all over YouTube, so utilize what's there. Use technology to its advantage rather than its disadvantage, where you just watching mindless stuff. Get into the mindful things instead. But yeah, that's a discipline you might want to try, but you might think of something else. Hold yourself accountable and do it. And watch how, once you've disciplined yourself to do something for a reason, that reason that you're doing it for starts to come into your life, starts to become a reality. So yeah, but I think I'll leave the video there, because I've waffled on for ages, and I know there's probably only little bits of value in here, but I promise I'll start fine-tuning it, and it'll get better and better as time goes by. I really appreciate people who've watched it to the end. Obviously, I'm just doing this and seeing what happens. So if you like what you've heard, give us a like so I know that you're into it. You know, reach out to me, send me a message, comment on it, whatever. Do whatever you want. Just share as well. Share. I'm happy to speak to anyone, maybe, but share it far and wide. And yeah, I enjoy doing this. So let me know what you think. And yeah, everyone have a great day. Namaste, brothers and sisters.